YouTube, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
Listen, Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
This is going to be a never-ending conversation, you guys. There's a reason why this Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show was the most viewed halftime show ever. It was a performance that has everybody feeling some kind of way. Some people loved it, some people hated it, some people are stuck in between. But no matter which way you lean, we're now 4 days past the Super Bowl and people are still talking about it and criticizing it. Now, don't get it twisted. That's actually a really good thing. Music is art, and art is meant to be criticized. Now, there's a lot of people speaking out about the set list that Kendrick Lamar performed. Some people feel like Kendrick Lamar should have just performed all his hit songs that everybody knows. The set list has been the main topic of conversation 4 days after the Super Bowl is done. It's gotten so bad that people are now actually debating about the crowd noises during the performance. You got a lot of people saying, hey, look, the crowd was dead while Kendrick Lamar was performing.
Kendrick Lamar came out. Word to my mother. If anybody was there, y'all knew it was. Y'all knew it. Y'all felt it. Crowd was making no noise. This is me being honest. I was there. The loudest times that they made, the loudest time that the crowds did was, I think, him being shown for the first time, SZA, Samuel Jackson being shown for the first time, and then They Not Like Us. Now, I honestly feel like some of the songs he should have switched out for more. You feel me? For like another song or some shit. Like there's some songs on there that I was like, damn, he could have switched that out for like this. This would have been fire here. This would have fire been there, right? But one thing I will say though, although the vibes was not good, crowd was not good. I don't even think like, bro, like they were just not fucking with the performance. Like up until They Not Like Us. But what I will say is, the symbolism behind that performance was top tier.
Meanwhile, there's other people who were actually there at the Super Bowl show that's saying otherwise. Now, let's keep it all the way real for a second here. The underlying layer behind all these criticisms from people is only to determine if Kendrick Lamar is hot globally or not. We know Drake is a global icon, so now people want to use the Super Bowl performance as a metric to determine if Kendrick Lamar is on the same level. Now, a lot of hip-hop personalities spoke out against the set list. You had people like Joe Budden, Maul, Charlamagne, DJ Akademiks, and even though he's not in hip-hop, Andrew Schulz also spoke out against it as well. Most of these guys all loved the performance by Kendrick at the Super Bowl, but they all felt like the set list could have been a little bit better. Here's what they said.
We programmed to expect extravagant performance.
For Super Bowl, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but nah, he take that, America.
It's an interesting take from you. Interesting take from you.
Say more.
The last part. I'm shocked he said the last part.
Why?
Because he was boycotting. So to now view it through the lens of what a Super Bowl performance traditionally is. And why do we view it that way? Because of the stage. And why is that stage that stage? Because of the viewership. Yeah, but who is the viewership?
Is it the people at the stadium or is it the people watching?
The viewership is when you talk about that stage.
Yeah.
So I'm with Flip. I'm with Flip.
Yeah.
Take this hip hop.
Yeah, take that. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, listen. Hey, y'all internet, y'all.
Real quick, sorry, Joe.
Get in your bag.
It's like what Kanye did when he went for the relief. Remember when Kanye did on MTV? George Bush don't like black people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's even though that was crazy, but we didn't expect him to use the opportunity to say that. Mm-hmm. If you understand, like he showed us what he thought about the current position that America is in. Like, it's a whole message that I read between that.
I loved all of that. And the position that he's in even see it like that.
Yes.
Right?
But could you not have done that with Kill My Vibe?
That's what I was going to say. I mean, you could have done that with different songs.
You could do that with All Right.
Who are you to say that? And who are you to say that? Listen, I, much like y'all, hate the set list.
That's the only thing I hate.
Yeah, that's all I'm criticizing.
Cultural means that, listen, when you're on the biggest stage, you're going to have people in China looking like, oh, that's the shit I want to be. Like, culture affects the whole globe when it's at that level. Half of y'all don't know Bad Bunny songs, but you probably know a Bad Bunny song. You think that's when culture hits the globe. This is a global performance. So it is a hard task, but you got to figure out a way and walk that thin line of, I'm going to keep it real for all the people culturally watching me, because I ain't no sellout. And I'm also going to give a performance that if somebody who there were a lot of, I don't know if you ever been to the Super Bowl, you look around, it's a bunch of executives from successful companies. They're 50-something plus white. They might be there with their kid or their wife. And for them, that's like Saturday Night Live. They don't know Euphoria. They might have heard of Not Like Us. They've never heard GNX. But they've heard of Loyalty. And that was the task. You got to do the task. The task is keep it real, that nobody could call you a sellout. Because you know, as cultural people, we always ready to say you a sellout. But you also got to keep the performance so good that people, even if they're not inside or privy to what's going on in the culture, they still enjoy the performance. I think he checked only one box. That's a 1 out of 2. It also lacked the pizzazz. Like, I'm sorry, the majority of people don't know why Serena's out there, because the language you were speaking was only communicative to one group of people, and you already talked to us at the pop out. I understood the pop out was for us. You supposed to perform Not Like Us 5 times over there. You supposed to come out on stage to Euphoria. You supposed to have DeRozan, Crip walking, and Russell Westbrook and everybody there, because it all makes sense. But this right here, you missed the mark to impact and further hip-hop on a global scale.
So you could make the show extravagant, and there are different versions of that. Or you could have a universal smash hit. Yeah. Not Like Us is a universal smash hit.
Yeah.
Like, I was humming it the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It's so fucking catchy.
Yeah.
Outside of that, there was no other song that was universal smash hit.
Yeah.
And outside of non-hip hop fans, no one knows Not Like Us.
That's another thing. It's niche. It's like, this is, we were having this conversation the other day. It's like, Bad Bunny is the biggest artist in the world, right?
Yeah.
He can't do the Super Bowl.
I thought that was dope too. I think the whole show was pretty cool. Wasn't amazing to me. I didn't love his set. I wish he would have did other songs, because he had bigger songs and songs that I think would have been connecting. I think, when you look at If Power Rules and Crips, All Rule the World, like that song, or Swimming Pools, or Don't Kill My Vibe. There was a lot of songs that he's had.
Don't Kill My Vibe.
I think, go ahead. I was going to say, I think a lot of people are arguing about the set list, but for me, I kind of expected Kendrick to come with a message. And when I saw Samuel L. Jackson open it in the conversation that I knew that they were about to have, I knew we was about to get like deep Kendrick, where you got like sit and listen. Yes.
Aesthetically, I gave it a 10, you know what I mean? But I agree with Envy. I thought his set list could have been way better. He could have just picked bigger, high energy songs than the ones he did. For example, it was an unapologetically ultra black performance. Imagine if he would have opened up with Black of the Berry.
He opened with like a freestyle that we had never heard before.
Can you imagine if Black of the Berry was the first song on Kendrick's set at the Super Bowl? And then he threw in joints like Aight, Mad Kid, like you said, Envy, Money Trees, Backseat Freestyle, mixed in with TV Off and Humble and Squabble Up. Oh, he would have killed it. And
what I'm saying is, if you get this moment, this big moment, based off of one song, you better have something, because you can't perform this one song 7 times. So you better put together a set list of hits, because this ain't the time to be performing for think pieces and they didn't get it, went over their head. This ain't the time for that shit. This is the Super Bowl halftime. We got to play the Big Joker every fucking night.
Or
every time out, throw the Big Joker on.
Why Jay actually ended up
taking
this position to change moments like that.
Theories, man. It's always theories, man.
Wait, a theory?
I'm tired of these fucking theories.
I'm talking about your man's dead quote of Jay taking over to make sure people are represented in the NFL.
Cool. Great.
Isn't that the point of what Jay was trying to do? Shit like this?
I'm glad. Listen, I'm happy.
Having security tackle somebody with a Palestinian flag.
I'm happy to see rappers.
If you want to hear Tim McGraw on his hits again, man, all right, cool. I don't particularly care. I like Peekaboo. I love that it was at halftime.
That's great. Great for you. Well, I'm happy to see any rapper. I'm happy to see any rapper get the Super Bowl stage. What I'm saying is, if you are lucky enough to get that stage, you better have the fucking set list to back it up. You better have the catalog to back it up. You better have the fucking performance ability to back it up. This ain't the time for theories and think pieces. Don't tell me, yo, I missed the choreographer that did this because that represents. I don't care about all of that shit. What does the music sound like? You got to give me consistent, undeniable hit records from the time you touch that stage to the time you leave. This is the Super Bowl halftime performance. Everybody's watching this. We don't have time for, this is a hidden gem, a hidden message, right? And we don't got time for that here.
Now, Punch TDE went on to address all these criticisms about the set list. He said, seeing all of the commentary surrounding the Super Bowl performance, it's showing that we lost sight of what we've always fought for, to be who we are as artists of hip-hop culture. There's that buzzword culture again, you guys. Now, Punch says, yo, since when did we want to fit in with the mainstream? Sure, we want mainstream platforms, but only to do us. Authentically us. That's what always made hip-hop so appealing. Then a fan tells Punch, yo, I think social media does a great job of amplifying the negative echo chambers of people's opinions because that's what keeps people hooked on these platforms. Punch says, of course, I'm just speaking on a few comments from prominent hip-hop voices. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not too much of a fan of Punch coming online to explain the true meaning of why the set list was chosen. The one thing people like about Kendrick is that he's mysterious. He doesn't tweet. He's not on social media like that. All he does is just drop music with meaning and leaves everybody scrambling to figure out why he did it. So you coming on here to explain to us why he chose the set list that he chose, it kind of ruins that mystique for certain people. The people that got it, understood it. The people that don't and want to criticize and nitpick, they're going to find something wrong and criticize it. Now that Kendrick Lamar has pretty much ascended into the #1 guy in hip-hop right now, you better believe there's going to be a lot of criticisms coming his way. Anything he does from this point forward is going to be heavily criticized. From songs, albums, interviews, tour performances, everything. You can't come online every single day defending it against social media people or hip-hop personalities. You have to know that this is just part of the game. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys think about Punch's response back to these media personalities? He says the performance was not meant for the mainstream. It was meant for us, the culture. It just happens to be on a bigger stage. Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'll see you guys later, man.